Hi there, so to begin with, we're just going to warm up our body, so mobilising our joints and getting ready to do 5 exercises which I've chosen for you to try at home. It's to strengthen your core and work on your mobility of your upper back and also your mobility of your hip flexors. So if you get into that nice neutral position that we spoke of before, where your feet are hip distance apart and your pelvis is aligned and you've got your core engaged and you're not standing nice and tall and relaxed, we're going to begin by rotating our head. So dropping your chin to your chest and just rotating your head to one side around, and then do that 3 times. And then do the other way. Good. If you raise your arms, bring them out to the side, bring them back to the front and dropping them down. Again, raising your arms, bringing them to the side, coming forward and dropping them down. One more time. This time leave your arms by your sides, raised up, dropping your ear to your shoulder and then swooping across like you're trying to touch the ceiling and doing a little bit of a side bend, and we'll do 3 on each side, dropping your ear to your shoulder. There we go. 2 more, dropping your ear to your shoulder and dusting the ceiling. It's a nice side stretch. 1 more on each side. Good. Remembering to engage that core. Here you go. 1 more. Good, nice lateral bend there. Dropping your arms down by your side, rolling your shoulders back 3 times. And rolling them forward 3 times. Good, raising your arms and just rotating your wrists one way and then rotating them the other way. Keeping your arms over there, just slightly lower than your shoulders, and bringing your arm back towards you and looking back like you've got a bow and arrow, and alternating sides. We'll do 3 on each side. Nice deep inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. I may have done 4. Good. And we're going to do a little squat, so standing in that nice neutral position. Just a little squat and raising your arms at the same time. We'll do 3 of these, so not many. And then we're going to raise up onto our toes and try and touch the ceiling, stretching our arms up overhead and coming down to standing. And do that 3 times. This will work on your balance. So 3 of those. Now we're going to combine the squat and the lifting onto the toes. So 1. Good. 2. We'll do 3. And 3. Good. Excellent. Next, if you place your hands on your hips, we're just going to work on our hips. We're going to point your foot out to the side, bring it to the front, and then raise your knee up. And we'll do 3 on each side, pointing your toe out, coming to the front, and lifting your knee. So 3rd one. Good. Now the other side. Shifting your weight onto your one leg, sending your foot out, coming to the front, raising up. Good. Excellent. And if you just pedal it out. So we've just done a really short little warm up and getting you mobilising your joints. To begin with, we're going to go to the end of your mat, or if you don't have a mat, go to a space at the end of your if you've got some soft carpeting, to get down onto your mat. We're going to do the roll down. So standing in your nice neutral position, dropping your chin to your chest, rolling your shoulders over, engaging your core. Inhale, exhale, slowly rolling down, one vertebra at a time, nice and controlled, as far down as comfortable for you. Okay, so if you can only reach your shin, stay there. If you can go further down, go further down. Inhale, exhale, lifting up, one vertebra at a time. Good, standing nice and tall when you get to the top and rolling your shoulders back. Again, dropping your chin to your chest, rolling your shoulders over, going down, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Try not to lean backwards or forwards. Try and stay nice and central in your weight. Rolling down nice and slowly, as far down as you can comfortably go. So you should feel some mild stretching down the backs of your legs. Inhale, exhale, lifting back up, nice and slow and controlled. Remember to be engaging that core and the pelvic floor, and the nice deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, dropping chin to chest, rolling down, nice, slow and controlled. Once you get down to the bottom, soften your knees and walk with your hands onto the floor into what we call a box position. So you should find that your knees are directly below your hips and your hands are directly below your shoulders, and you're trying to get a nice straight back. So imagine you're balancing a tray of drinks on your back. So in this position, we're going to do the box swimming, which is very good for your strengthening your core and mobility of your shoulders and your arms. All the exercises are layered, and we're going to be starting at the basics. So to begin with, if you inhale, on your exhale, I'd like you to send your foot out straight behind you, but maintaining contact with the floor with your top foot and alternating legs. So inhale, exhale, and send that back. Inhale to center, exhale, sending it back, and do that a couple of times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Trying to keep that back nice and straight and the spine nice and neutral by looking at the floor. On the next move, I'd like you to inhale, exhale, sending your leg out and lifting it up to straighten out, and then dropping it down and coming back to center, alternating legs. So inhale, exhale, sending it out, lifting it up and bringing it down. We'll do 3 on each side. So that was 1, 2, remembering to engage that core. Inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, return, exhale, send it back and lift, inhale, return. So the lift is coming from your glutes. You should feel your glutes squeezing there. Imagine your legs being pulled to the end of the room, being lengthened. Good, 1 more on the other side. Inhale, exhale, and send it back. So that's the first layer of your box swimming exercise. To progress to the next level, you're going to alternate your arms and your legs, opposite arm to opposite leg. So you're going to inhale, you're going to exhale and send opposite arm, opposite leg out, and straighten up and return it to center. So alternating, inhale, exhale, inhale to center, exhale, inhale to center. 1 more on each side. Focusing on the floor in front of you. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, return. And then to stretch it out, go into a child's pose by sitting down on your heels and dropping your head to the floor. So the next exercise, we're going to go onto our prone, which is our tummy. If you lie down onto your mat, onto your tummy, we're going to do the swan dive, which is really good for mobilizing your upper back. So to begin with, place your arms in front of you so you could rest your head on your hands and make sure your feet are hip distance apart and your toes are turned in. So that just really disengages your lower body so that it doesn't get involved in this exercise. So it's all going to be about lifting your upper back. So if you lie down on the floor with your head onto your hands, take a nice deep inhale to prepare your body. And then on exhale, I'd like you to just lift your head off the floor. Not using your arms to help, just lifting your head off the floor. And do 3 of those. So inhale at the bottom, and on exhale, lift. Good. So now I'd like you to bring your hands out into like a U shape, so your elbows are in line with your shoulders on both sides, and you're looking straight down at the floor like you're trying to see your face in a mirror on the floor. So you've got that nice neutral alignment from your neck to your spine. So you're looking down at the floor and you inhale and exhale and lift. And inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Good. So on the next part, I'd like you to lift your arms as well. So on inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift your upper back. And then lowering it on inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Remembering that core engaged. Good. So that's the first level or layer of your swan dive. We will progress later on by reaching our arms out ahead. To stretch that out, go back into your box position and do a little bit of what we call a cat stretch. So you tuck your head down and your chin down like you're trying to look at your belly button, and arching your back towards the ceiling, stretching it up towards the back, top. So nice stretch on your upper back, bringing that back down to neutral. And again, exhaling by stretching your back up towards the ceiling like it's being pulled up towards the ceiling. It's a nice cat stretch. So the next exercise I'm going to do is the side kick, which is the static hold version. And it will really work on strengthening your internal obliques. So if you go into your side, making sure that your knees and your hips and your feet are stacked and you're lying in a nice straight line like you're balancing on a beam. If you need to get a pillow for your head, if you struggle with lying your head down on the floor, get a pillow to place that under your head and leave your arm out in front of you if you're using a pillow. If you're okay with your neck, stretch your arm out over there in front of you, above you, and placing your head on your upper arm to relax it there, and making sure you're balancing nice and straight on a beam, using your front hand as a support if you're not strong enough to balance without it. So the first thing I want you to do is relax your shoulders, remember your breathing, and remember to engage your pelvic floor and your core muscles. I'd like you to inhale, and on exhale I'd like you to lift your upper leg slightly, so not too high, only hip distance apart. On exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So we'll do 2 more. 2, good. And the next time you inhale, on your exhale I'd like you to lift both legs up and hold it there for 2 breaths. And release it. Do that again. So on inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift both legs up, hold it for 2 breaths. Good. Now to progress that later on, you could balance your arm on the top of your body when you're doing that. But for now, we'll do it as the first layer. To stretch that out, if you sit up, bring your one leg slightly back and your front leg in front of you, and do a little bit of a side stretch in the opposite way. Good. Now we'll do the other side. So the same exercise, but on the other side. So if you need a pillow, place it there. Otherwise, rest your head on your forearm, making sure you're nice and straight and balanced, so your knees are stacked and your hips are stacked, and you're engaging that core. We're going to inhale, we're going to exhale and lift our foot up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, on exhale, we're going to lift both legs up for 2 breaths. Good, and release. Inhale, exhale, lift. Remember breathing nice and deep. And release. Good, so that's your side stretch. I've only done 2 repetitions, but you could on your own do more. And just stretch that out into the side. So that's your side kick static hold, which works on your obliques. So the next thing I'd like you to do is go onto your back, into your supine position. We're going to do the shoulder bridge exercise. And there's so many different layers to this exercise, but we're just going to do the first layer. So I'd like you to bring your feet slightly closer to your bum and your arms down by your side, and to set your body up in a supine position, to be nice and neutral. Just relax your shoulders down into the floor and making sure you've got the right contact to the floor with your spine. So in order to do this, I'd like you to place your hands on your hips, and remember that bucket we spoke about when we were standing. Now we're going to just do a slightly different exercise of just getting your pelvis aligned whilst you're on your back. So if you make a triangular shape with your fingers and your thumb, place that on your lower belly, and imagine you have a marble in the middle of that triangle on your lower belly. I want you to tilt your pelvis down towards the floor and then tilt it up towards the ceiling. So imagine that marble is rolling down to the front and then rolling back towards your thumbs. And that marble that you're rolling backwards and forwards in slow motions, and then reducing that movement. So then you've got your marble nice and centered in that triangle on your lower belly. So you'll find that you've got a nice neutral pelvis now on the floor. You should find that you could get your hand between your lower back and the floor. So by doing that, you're just going to have more of an effective way of exercising in this position. So to prepare our bodies, I'd like you to inhale, and on exhale, I'd like you to tilt your pelvis up slightly and bring it back down into that neutral position. Inhale, exhale, do that again, tilting your pelvis up and dropping it back down into neutral. Inhale, exhale, and again. Good, and then inhale, exhale, lifting that up, peeling it off the floor, one vertebra at a time, until you're actually on your shoulder blades, not your neck. Your arms are relaxed and you're in a nice ski slope position, okay? And your knees are hip distance apart. Inhale at the top, exhale and lower. Again, we'll do this 4 times. So inhale, exhale, lift into that shoulder bridge position. Inhale, exhale and lower, one vertebra at a time, onto the floor, nice and controlled. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, peeling off the floor, nice and slow, to the top. Inhale, exhale, and slowly rolling down. Remembering to engage those core muscles and the pelvic floor at 20 to 30%. Inhale, exhale, lifting up into your shoulder bridge position and hold it there for 2 breaths. Relaxing those shoulders, relaxing that face. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, and lower back to the floor. Good. And to release that, if you just give yourself a little hug, knees to chest. Good. The next exercise is going to be in the same position. So we're going to do the one leg stretch. I want you to place your feet slightly further away from your bum. Nice and relaxed in that neutral position. On inhale, exhale, lift one leg up into a tabletop position. So you've got a nice 90-degree angle from your hip and your knee, and your shin is parallel to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, slowly lowering it down to the floor and alternating legs. So inhale, exhale, and lowering. We'll do 2 on each side. Remembering to engage that core. Remember to relax those shoulders into the floor. Nice, slow and controlled movements. So what I'd like you to do next is just extend one leg out onto the floor. So exhaling by stretching your leg out, pointing your toe like it's being stretched to the end of the room and returning it back to that position. So inhale, exhale, alternating legs. Inhale to center. Exhale, sending your leg out. Sliding it along the floor. Good. So on inhale, exhale, lift your leg up into tabletop. Inhale, reaching out, making sure your hips are aligned and you're pointing your toe towards the end of the room like you're trying to switch off the light switch on the wall. Returning that into tabletop position and bringing it back down nice and slow. So inhale, exhale, alternating legs. So other leg lifting up into tabletop. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, return. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Exhale, lift. Reach. Exhale, return. So we'll do 2 more on each side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Remembering to engage that core and that pelvic floor. Making sure those hips are aligned. So 1 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Down to center. Good. So that's your one leg stretch. So if you give yourself a little hug. And then come into a seated position. So I'll do 1 more exercise, is the spine twist, which will really work with mobilizing your upper back. If you sit nice and tall in a cross-legged position, if you can, otherwise bring your legs out in front of you, but remaining nice and tall. Okay. Placing your hands in a triangular shape with your fingers and thumbs touching. Your forefingers on your chin and your thumbs on your chest. Sitting nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders, engaging your core. Inhale in center. Exhale, turning to the side from your upper back. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do one more. Good. And then just give yourself a little side stretch on either way. So those are the exercises I'm doing in this sequence for you. We'll do a couple of stretches just to actually get some stretching in as well. So if you lie down on your back again in a supine position with your arms out by your side, we'll do the supine twist to start off with your feet together. Inhale, exhale, dropping your knees to one side. On exhale, bringing them back to center with your breath, and then sending your legs in the opposite direction. So that's giving your lower back a nice little stretch. Good, we'll do 3 on each side, so that's 2. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Now leave it there for 2 breaths. That should give you a nice stretch on your lower back. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side, and leave it there for a few breaths. Good. So next we'll do a hamstring stretch. We'll do a developmental stretch. We'll work on your flexibility as well. So if you hug your knee to your chest on your one leg and sending it up, straight up. So making sure your leg is straight. If you can only manage an angle at that angle, try and get it as close to you as you can. Placing your hands behind your hips and just holding it there for 10 seconds. Relaxing your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, and bring it closer and hold it there for another 20 seconds. Good. Now do the other leg. So squeeze your knee into your chest, sending your leg up straight, making sure your knee is not bent. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Inhale, exhale, bringing it closer to you. Good. If you turn onto your side, if you need that pillow, place the pillow below your head. Otherwise, place your arms out in front of you. We'll do a little chest stretch, so opening your arm up overhead as far as comfortable for you to go. We'll do 3 on each side. So 2. Opening that chest up, nice stretch there. That's 3. We'll do the other side in a minute. If you come up onto your head and grab your ankle, we'll do a quad stretch. Trying to get your foot as close to your bum as possible. And hold that for 10 to 15 seconds. Good. Now before we do the other side, if you roll onto your tummy, place your hands by your chest, relax your lower legs, and push up as high as you can comfortably go into a cobra stretch for your front and your back. Dropping your shoulders down and breathe. Also 10 to 15 seconds hold. Good. Then coming onto your child's pose after that. So nice stretch out there, dropping into your heels, dropping your head to the floor. So after that, come into your box pose. We'll do a cat and cow stretch. So again, we'll cat stretch, and your cow. We'll do 3 of each. So your cat stretch is that, and your cow stretch looking up to the ceiling. Good, and back into neutral. Then you could roll over onto the other side to do your chest opener. Again, if you need your pillow, place it there. Otherwise, dropping your head down onto the floor, arms stretched out in front of you, and opening up your chest. We'll do 3. And then your quad. Holding it as close as you can to your bum. Good, so I've only done a few stretches in that sequence for you. So if you sit nice and tall, nice deep breath. Good, I hope you enjoyed this, that sequence, and you can do that every day if you feel like it, and you can increase the repetitions as well. So whatever suits you, and I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're all staying safe, and take care.